The last dawn in the year 2089, the world was no longer as we knew it. Climate change had long passed the point of no return. Cities once teeming with life now stood as hollow skeletons of steel and stone, swallowed by deserts or submerged beneath rising seas. Governments had collapsed under the strain of endless disasters, and humanity was scattered into isolated communities, clinging to survival. Among the few remaining pockets of civilization was a settlement known simply as the Haven. Hidden deep within the Scandinavian forests where the old trees still stood, its people lived by the old ways, growing what little food they could and purifying their water from the glacial streams. But even in the Haven, there were whispers of a coming darkness, a final catastrophe unlike any before. They called it the Black Rain. Legend had it that somewhere far south, deep within what used to be Africa, a secret project had gone terribly wrong. Scientists desperate to halt the planet's collapse had unleashed a new form of energy, one that tore the very fabric of the atmosphere. The sky began to weep, but not water. Instead, a thick, corrosive rain began falling, killing everything it touched, and it was spreading north. Ira, a young woman born after the collapse, never knew the world of skyscrapers and airplanes. She knew only the woods, the bitter winters, and the endless struggle to survive. She was a scout for the Haven, trained to move silently, to notice the first signs of change in the wilderness. One gray morning, as she ventured farther than usual, she found the first signs. The trees blackened, the soil cracking, the river running slow and thick with poison. She rushed back to the Haven with the news. The elders gathered in the Hall of Roots, an ancient oak tree hollowed and preserved as their meeting place. The oldest among them, a blind man named Joran, spoke in a trembling voice. "The Black Rain is coming. We cannot stop it." Panic rippled through the settlement. Some wanted to flee north into the Arctic wastes, hoping the cold would protect them. Others said it was hopeless, that they should accept their fate with dignity. Ira, however, refused to give in.
Ow!
"There has to be a way," she insisted. She remembered stories her mother used to tell, stories of a place called the Vault, hidden beneath the old mountains, a sanctuary built by the last scientists before the world fell apart. If the vault still existed, maybe it held the key to survival. A small group of volunteers joined Ira: Aaron, a fierce hunter; Lyra, a healer; and Samir, a former engineer whose knowledge of old technology was unmatched. Together, they set out on what would be humanity's final quest. Their journey was brutal. They crossed wastelands where the sun never shone and forests filled with mutated beasts. They lost people along the way. Samir was injured badly when they passed through a collapsing ruin, but refused to turn back. After weeks of travel, they reached the base of the Forgotten Mountains. Beneath layers of ash and ice, they found a sealed door, ancient and corroded, marked only with the symbol of an atom. With Samir's help, they hacked the entrance open. Inside, they found not just supplies, but a miracle: preserved seeds of ancient crops, machines capable of cleaning air and water, and most important, knowledge, books and data servers that contained the wisdom of the old world. Ira realized then that the vault wasn't just a shelter, it was a second chance. They broadcast a signal from the vault calling survivors to come. Slowly, over months and years, people arrived, gaunt, broken, but alive. From the vault, a new society began to grow, one dedicated not to conquest or greed, but to stewardship and balance. The Black Rain came and went above them, devastating the surface. But below, life endured. And so, from the ashes of the old world, a new dawn slowly began to rise, not with fire and steel, but with hope and resilience. The world as it was had ended.